What's going on, guys? Today's podcast guest is Ryan Shearer. He's a good friend of Duvonte and I's, and we've been wanting to get him on for a grip for a while now, and he's been wanting to come on, so we finally got him on, and we just, we busted out a 2-hour podcast. We just had a blast talking about sports and whatnot, recapping 214, UFC 214, the main event between John Jones and Daniel Cormier, and talked about the upcoming NFL season and all sorts of cool stuff. Some inappropriate, some awesome. I mean, everything's awesome, right? Everything is awesome. Anyway, guys, please enjoy. And if you want to find Ryan, you can find him on Facebook, Twitter. I'm not sure if he has an Instagram. I know he's got a Tinder to creep on the chickies, because we talked about that on here. So anyway, you guys, please enjoy, have a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you soon.
Open a cold one with the boys.
Yeah, crap it. Oh,
yeah, that feels good. Last night was rough.
Rough.
Whew.
All right, we're good. So what happened last night?
So my buddy Connor, he's going to Australia for a year to do rugby stuff, because he's a rugby player. And so, of course, he's also a terribly unorganized individual. And we were supposed to be doing stuff tonight for his last night, but he's leaving tomorrow. And he thought he was leaving Thursday or whatever. So I had to struggle to get work off, just rush, and basically just threaten all my coworkers, saying, like, hey, we will have all-out war if I don't have tonight off. And then so we go out drinking, because that's what rugby players do. We drink and sometimes play sports. And basically we just went to Prost and did like 4 boots. It was rough.
Oof. Boots.
That's wild.
No. Yes, that's for the uninitiated. A boot is a 2-liter container of beer, German beer.
Oh. So you had 4-piece?
No, 4. No, that would we would all be dead. No, you share it around your table, and basically it can't. The thing is, the boot can't touch the table until it's empty, so you just have to keep passing around drinking. And then the funny thing is, if you do touch the table with the boot before it's finished, the person who does so supposedly will have 7 years of bad sex.
Yeah. Oh shit! I didn't know all that.
Yeah, we take it very seriously. We just yell at people, and we just they know us. They know us there. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, it was a crazy night.
Yeah, I don't think I can do that. No.
You'd be good. No. I'm sure you'd be fine.
Let me ask you a question.
Hey.
Tell us about yourself.
How the fuck do we know you? You kind of just showed up. So
I'm 4.5 feet tall.
Yeah.
Have bright red hair, and I walk with a limp. I've known. Actually, I'm not sure if I met you first, but I knew of you before I met Duvonte. It was in junior high. Just I think very briefly. You were at North Junior High just for a little while, right? And then I actually met you through Duvonte, Rick. And then how we met was a funny story, because I was at the Stampede game, and we were in the same math class. And then I come into math class the next day, and this black kid walks up. And he's like, oh, I saw you at the basketball game last night. We should hang out sometime. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Because at that point in time, I had, like, no friends. It was, like, right after I had to split with one friend group, and I was just, like, wandering aimlessly through the 9th grade.
Junior high politics.
Yeah, junior high politics, exactly.
Yeah, that's a struggle.
But then we started kicking it.
Yeah.
And then I met you afterwards.
That sound about right?
Yeah. I know I've met you through
yeah.
So for sure. Oh, let me. Can you hear me? This is weird. We've never done this before, so.
I can't hear you with it.
Okay.
Maybe it picks up. But...
Yeah, so I met Ryan through Duvonte. Is that your phone?
Probably. Should
You wanna
probably
turn
just silence that
Yeah,
shit.
that's all right.
Amateur hour.
Well, excuse
I didn't
me.
warn him. The first memory I think is over at your place, your new place, your dad's house.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. I don't remember, but I know we used to hang out and watch UFC fights all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we went over to your place, this luxurious house. Couldn't believe how rich you guys were. And we watched Rampage get his old ass kicked by John Jones.
John Jones, yeah.
Oh,
that was
right.
the beginning of John Jones the champion.
Yeah, that was the first time he defended his title.
Pokes a lot of eyeballs back in those days.
I was just gonna sit there.
Just radio silence.
Yeah, it's kind of hard doing it with two mics.
It is.
So,
Yeah, because you didn't pass it.
Just pass. Just puff, pass.
Yeah,
Talk,
puff.
talk.
Pass. Talk, pass. But yeah, that sounds about right though.
Yep. And then we just hung out last night. Not last night. What the fuck am I talking about? Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday. And watched Jones kick Cormier's ass. That was intense, dude. I couldn't believe that happened. I thought Cormier just wanted it more. I thought he was gonna beat him.
Well, there's wanting it more, and there's just being John Jones. Like, that man is a savage.
Yeah, he is, man. Like, I don't think anyone's gonna beat him now. Now he's on top of his game.
I don't know, man. Gustafsson.
Yeah.
Gustafsson. Well, that's the thing. I think John Jones, that the whole Lesnar thing could definitely be a little bit of a ploy to avoid fighting Gustafsson for a little while longer, because that's just going to be a dumb fight, Lesnar Jones.
Well, I mean, it's definitely gonna get pay-per-view buys, which is what they're all about right now. But I don't think it's gonna happen because it's gonna take him 6 months to come back. He has to go through the USADA testing and all that stuff, and he's retired, so he'd have to go through the whole process for 6 months before he could even attempt a fight. Yeah. So I think that, who else does that go for? Oh, I don't know if you heard this, but Anthony Johnson is interested in fighting him now. Now that he's champion and he's back. And he's like, oh, I might come out of retirement now.
Of course.
But same thing goes for him, but it would take him 6 months. So that'd be interesting.
Right there.
I think that's what's gonna happen next.
I hope so, because that was John Jones', in my eyes, best fight was him versus Gustafsson. That was such a good fight to watch.
It was, yeah, it was super entertaining. I don't know. I think he destroys Gustafsson.
Really?
I think so. After what he did to Cormier, did you watch Cormier versus Gustafsson?
I actually didn't know.
It was close.
Yeah.
It was just like the first John Jones and Gustafsson fight. It wasn't as violent, that's for sure, but it was real close. So yeah, I mean, even though Gustafsson looks good, I don't think he has a shot, bro.
I don't know, man. They're like two sides of the same coin. Like, they have very similar range. They have both have long arms. Gustafsson's a little bit taller. I mean, they have the same fighting style. They both pull those crazy like reverse elbows and shit. I don't know. I think it'd be a great fight, especially because the first one was so good. Yeah. And Jones is. I was watching the fight yesterday, the Jones Gustafsson fight, because I was watching it with my buddy that's going to Australia because he'd never heard of Gustafsson. I was like, man, this guy's the real deal. But yeah, I was watching that fight and it's like, Jones isn't as big as he was in that fight. He's not as like buffed out.
Yeah, he's not as swollen.
Yeah, swollen. He's a little more lean.
Yeah, he definitely did. He weighed in like 204 and a half, I think.
Yeah. Still doing your puff pass over there.
Is it? I can't hear you.
You can't hear me at all? How about now?
Say again?
Hello? Put me in your other ear, bro.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, shit.
Oh, so it is recording into separate. Okay. I'll just have to mix it afterwards. That's no big deal.
DJ.
Yeah, it's... Yeah, it's a fun process.
Doing all that?
Yeah, I mean, once you learn it, and it took me a while, it gets super simple. Yeah. So I was able to get this going. I mean, after I busted the mic stand.
I know. Gets everything all laid out and then breaks something.
Breaks shit.
Yeah, I know. They got it all perfect. Something always goes wrong. Every time D comes over, like, I'm like, yeah, come over. Everything's like ready and everything, and then once he gets here, it's like half an hour before we can record. So I'm like, oh, I got it down. Nope, never mind. This time it was just a mic stand. So now we're using what do you call it? It's not a C stand. It's more like a stand for.
Oh, it's from the lights?
Photography lights. Yeah. So works out well though.
Yeah,
I think.
Perfectly.
But so I have it. Let's see here. Look, check this out. So we were recording into this side. If you look at your mic, you see how it says newer. Yeah. That is the side you're supposed to speak into. And we were speaking into the other side for like 3 podcasts in a row.
Why does it sound funny?
It sounds real echoey.
How long does it take you to like, when you're fit and finished and the thing's ready to go? How long does it take from like after recording, starting to do your editing and stuff like that to being done?
If we're needing to record something on top of it or take something away, it'll take a little while because I have to find it. I have to remember like what we were talking about, and then go through and like either cut it out or put something in, and then exporting it onto the computer can take a little while, and then exporting it to SoundCloud or YouTube will take a little while, especially YouTube, because you have to upload it as a video file, so it's probably 3 times as long. So like, let's say we do an hour podcast today, it'll take about 2 to 4 hours depending on the Wi-Fi signal and if everything goes smoothly, 2 to 4 hours to upload to YouTube, and then SoundCloud's about 20 minutes. So
because it's just an audio file for SoundCloud.
It's audio, yep. Yeah, super simple. But yeah, I've been trying to get it on iTunes for a little while, but someone I'm working with right now is supposed to be helping me with the website, and she wants me to like send her all my pictures and videos and audio files and stuff like that. I've just been lazy. Yeah. Just getting it going. Once that happens, then we can get it on iTunes. Nice. It'd be pretty fun. And then we gotta get another mic, probably 2 or 3 more. Get some more people in here. Yeah, get it going, cause the recorder's on its way. It'll be here tomorrow, and we'll just plug that right into this, and then we wouldn't have to worry about me mixing the sound so that you don't hear one person in this ear and then the other in the other ear. It'll just all be in one, a stereo sound. So it'll be good. It'll be real good. But yeah, man, you excited for this season or this football season?
I mean, every year there's interesting stuff with the Packers. So
what's been going on this
so far nothing, season? But because I said that, it's about to go wrong somewhere.
Roger breaks his ankle.
Yeah.
Oh God, don't even say that. That'd be the end of us for sure. I'm just really gonna focus on my fantasy team,
Playing again this year?
Maybe. We collect the money ahead of time.
I know.
Yeah, that was a fiasco.
Did you get all your money though?
No, 2 people didn't pay me, but I don't remember who they were.
I know who one was. I don't remember the other.
It was the other 2 people that were.
I paid for one of them, didn't I?
Yeah. No, you paid for a dude, but then there's another 2 people that I think it was like a couple of people that were like in the finals.
Yeah.
Like the only people that didn't end up getting money from were people that I beat.
Of course.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it'll be up front this time.
Dope.
I think I'm gonna do it this time. I'll be commish.
Commish?
Yeah, I don't know. You cheat though.
Oh, whatever. I didn't cheat, dude.
Yeah. Let me change the score. So Duvonte lost against me.
No, that was a mix-up.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Dude, that was fun last season though. But we need to get more people talking trash because I'm pretty sure everyone just hated me because I was just always on the message boards, just talking trash.
Yeah.
Posting all these gifs and stuff, and it was probably just texting Ricky as like, who's this asshole that you invited into our league?
Didn't you text me one time? You're like, are people mad at me or somebody mad at me?
Yeah, I was confused because I'd talk all this trash and just get nothing back. I was like, oh, well now I'm just an asshole.
I know you haven't seen this.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm still gonna do it though.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stay on the message boards.
What do you think? Should we do a $20 buy-in this time? Money payout, first, second, third.
Yeah, I'd be down.
$20. I think that'd be good. That'd be sweet.
Did Frankie even play at all? Or did he just let his team kind of sit there?
I think he played for 1 or 2 weeks, and then he was done after that.
Yeah.
So I was like, if you're not gonna play, I'm gonna have someone else come in and take over.
He had a pretty decent team, I think.
Yeah, he was. He was supposed to. So based off of his draft, he should have won.
Yeah.
But he didn't. He didn't play. He wasn't. He wasn't being strategic. So gave it to somebody else after like 4 or 5 weeks or something like that.
Yeah.
Usually,
Here you go.
usually I'll give people time to play. Like, sure, they probably have a busy week or something. But if you're going 2 or 3 weeks without doing anything, no trades, not even moving a player who's out or something, like, then I'll just have someone else come in. But no, it'll be good this year. Everything will be structured. It won't be chaotic like the first couple years. Now we're getting into the groove.
Yeah.
We'll get money up front, sitting there, so you can see it every day. Like, oh yeah, that's my goal right there. $200.
Yeah.
Right there. Like, what was it this year? $100? Supposed to be $100?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
There's 10 of us. Yeah, there being like 80. No, 80's not bad at all. I'm not complaining. But I mean, money won is a lot sweeter than money earned, right?
No.
But no, I remember that. I almost didn't make it in because whoever it was that was in first place, what did they do?
Oh, Ozzy?
They didn't start a quarterback because giving you a chance to win. Yeah. Oh God,
It was smart what he was doing.
Yeah, it was very smart, but I was not having it. I was upset. I was like, really? Is this how it's going down? Okay. All bets are off. Burning all the bridges, and I'm coming to play.
Yeah, and then you took the whole season.
That was pretty wild. I was not expecting that.
Neither was I, dude. That was insane.
Yeah. I mean, I should have been great, but I traded everybody off.
ODB had a bad game.
No,
Bye.
Yeah, done. JJ doesn't play week 2, something like that, because of emotional trauma or something. Trade, done. Balls out afterwards. Nonsense.
You had Watkins for a while too, or did you end up with him?
Sammy?
Yeah.
No, I ended up with him.
Yeah. Did I trade you for that? Or I dropped Sammy.
He dropped him.
I dropped Terrell Pryor too.
Yeah.
And I picked him.
And he picked him up. He's balls out. He's okay. I'm gonna do it all.
Oh man.
God.
You gonna learn your lesson this time?
Yeah.
It's 2 years in a row.
I know.
Yeah.
You make the most moves.
That ODB move was terrible, though.
It's
It
definitely
was by accident, but it was.
That definitely goes down in our Hall of Shame.
Yeah. I talked so much shit about the David Johnson trade. I stepped up.
That was a good trade. I don't know what you're talking
Yeah, no, you.
That guy ended up going all the way to the finals.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, because he was terrible for the most part of the season, like I was, and then he just started moving his way up. I was like, this is not happening. Because he usually gave him Ryan, Matthew, and was it Moncrief?
Yep.
Yeah, for David Johnson, and I don't know if you got anybody else.
Nope, just those two.
I think you offered me that trade as well for was it Zeke?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, nope, I think I'm okay.
Yeah, no.
They were both pretty high picks, so in my eyes, it was a good trade.
You think the Cowboys are gonna be good this year?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, with that, with probably no Zeke, and then I know we have our deck.
What are you talking about?
He's probably gonna be out, man.
Ezekiel Elliott?
Yeah, he's like some. Now he just knocked some dude out at a bar, and then he's got a whole domestic violence stuff going on.
He's always so cheery and smiling.
I
think it's all rumors, man.
I don't know, man. I think Dak Prescott's not gonna be as good. You'll be wearing a dress out in public.
That's gonna be easy.
No, I guarantee you.
I'm gonna go pick it out for you too.
Nah,
it's gonna be a cocktail dress.
No. So like I watched some of your podcasts, but I haven't watched for a while. Is this a on air bet that you guys made?
Yeah, I think it's the last one. Yeah, so
1 or 2 ago.
So I said that Dak wasn't going to be as good as he is, or as he was this last year. I forgot what I think I said like less touchdowns, more interceptions. And then you said more touchdowns, less interceptions, or something like that.
So he's going to have more touchdowns than he did last year, and more interceptions. But he's also going to have more yardage and a better passer rating. Yeah.
No, that's not going to happen. No, but.
You think he's going to turn into Kaepernick?
Yeah, he will. No, he won't do He won't go that low.
I was going to say, no one's going to go that low.
But I don't think he'll be as good. I think he'll be like an RG3. I'm telling you, man.
No.
Yeah, gonna be RG3. Des Bryant's gonna get hurt.
He's better than RG3 though.
Jason Witten's gonna get hurt, and he's gonna have nobody.
You're just talking out your ass right now. Basically,
the stadium's gonna explode.
Yeah. I mean, the teams.
The Cowboys just gonna get marshaled. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Draft a whole new team now.
We are Cowboys. Burn the plane crash. I'm telling you. No,
wow, that's dark.
I think he'd be good, man. I think he'd be good, but he won't be as great as he set the bar way too high. Now everybody knows how he plays, and they know what they want to do. And I'm not sure if Zeke will actually. I think Zeke. All right. I think he'll probably pan out, but I don't know. I just don't see it in Prescott. I could be wrong. I could be wearing the dress.
What are you thinking?
Well, I was gonna pick him up last year. You got him ahead of me, but that was definitely something I was like, man, he's gonna start and he's gonna be good.
Yeah.
The only thing I was worried about was whether he was gonna continue to start when Romo was healthy, which is foolish because Tony Romo always finds a way to get in his own way, basically.
Yeah. It's crazy the stats don't show that, though. If you see his stats, it doesn't show that. It shows that he's a really good quarterback.
No, he is. He's a really good quarterback.
Yeah, he's always like one of the top 5 in the league every year.
But he gets hurt and then gets hurt again and then gets healthy and breaks his finger, you know.
Well, it's like he either gets injured or he actually ruins the game for everyone. Like he'll throw a pick at the last minute when we need a touchdown or just keep the ball safe and he'll fumble it or something. Like he always found a way to just ruin the season.
Yeah.
So I was kind of happy that Dak stepped his game up and was actually really good. Yeah. Surprisingly good, D.
Oh, he was surprisingly good.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You got guys like, what was it, Nick Fultz or whatever, who balled out with 30 touchdowns, no interceptions, and now where is he at?
I don't even know. Is he a backup or somebody?
I think he's in KC with behind I don't know who's starting for them now, but
the Colts?
No.
I'm sorry.
The Chiefs. I think he's with the Chiefs.
Really?
Yeah. I think he got picked up.
He's kind of like Matt Castle, right? They're like a really good backup.
Yeah. A lot of those guys are.
Yeah.
They have a good season and then end up being backups for like Osweiler.
That's what you should do as a team. Just have like 2 really good quarterbacks, and then just don't let the opposing team know who you're gonna start.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Just like throw them off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's all about playing the game.
Yeah.
That'd be really, really smart. Man,
but that's how do you keep it secret? Like I feel like it'd always get leaked though. Like someone would say something, or of course if you're watching practices, then they'll probably.
Also, the like cadence differences are really weird. Like, because I played football in high school, and whenever we swapped from our starting quarterback to the backup, just for during practice, the cadence was different. Yeah. And so like all sorts of offsides happen. Like, and obviously they're pros, so it's a little different. But like difference in play style and cadence can, I don't know, that'd be risky. Yeah. You're asking a lot of your other players just because, you develop you understand the way one person plays, then you start someone else. It'd be crazy. Yeah. But it could work.
Yeah. I always had a feeling that Dallas needed a quarterback like Wilson or Kaepernick when Kaepernick was balling out too.
When?
He was when he first started playing.
He was.
He went to a bowl.
But yeah, I always felt like they needed that for some reason. Just someone who could run it and also throw it.
Yeah. Well, Kellen Moore's your guy then. That's what
I'm
I'm just kidding.
I don't know.
No, that's kind of a bummer. Kellen Moore is really good, but I mean, like in college he was really good, but that's a career backup right there, which is not a bad
He's
deal.
making basically he has the best job in the NFL in my opinion. Zero risk of injury. You basically get paid to watch football from the best seats in the house.
I know.
You're on the sidelines watching football at ground level. Yeah. Just getting paid to do so.
He's pretty much a coach too.
Yeah, he's probably doing more coaching than he actually is.
And he's gonna have he will definitely have a coaching career if he wants one. It just depends. I feel like he might just go do the hometown hero thing and go back and coach his high school squad. But
or BSU.
Yeah,
or BSU.
See that. Tarson's gonna shake hands with it. One bad year, people are poor.
Who? The coach?
Yeah.
What's his name again?
Carson.
That's all. That's just Boise State fans, though.
Yeah. No.
Sometimes I'm embarrassed to say I'm a Boise State fan because when I'm at work, I hear members of the tennis club just saying the dumbest stuff. Like, Boise State could beat Alabama. Are you stupid?
Maybe,
no.
Yeah, maybe way back when we were like junior high and they were facing, or high school and they were facing.
Yeah, we were like a top 5, top 17.
Yeah.
Even
that
then.
Team, that team maybe. But.
Even then, that's a long shot. They could beat him maybe one time out of 10.
Yeah, because I mean, that's crazy though. Because Oklahoma had AP, which is, I mean, he was hurt.
He was gone the entire season.
Yeah,
oh, is that right?
And yeah, if he was, he was still super good in that game. But if he was in true playing form, no. No, he was bigger than our offensive lineman. Obviously a gross exaggeration, but still, we didn't have a very big O-line or D-line at the time. Like, we were just a small team. That was the most chance upset. We were good, but I think, we win that game 2 times out of 10.
Yeah.
You think so?
I definitely think that we weren't the better team.
Huh.
Yeah, it was a miracle.
Yeah.
It was 2 best plays of college football history.
Yeah, what was the first one again?
There was the hook and ladder little deal, and then also the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, the Statue of Liberty. I remember watching that and going, "What the hell just happened?" Like, it confused the cameramen too.
Yeah, because they're all I know.
I was like, "What just happened?" And they're like, "They won! They won!"
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Ian Johnson's just going wild.
Doing his whole proposal deal.
Yeah.
I heard he got some threats over that too.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I'm sure from Oklahoma people.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because
it was threats from that.
He was. I mean, you can't really tell that he's black, but.
Yeah.
I mean.
You can definitely tell he's black.
Yeah,
I think he's kind of light skinned. He's like, I don't know, but.
He's a light skin, but he's not like Blake Griffin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blake Griffin, you're just kind of
Blake Griffin.
Like, I see.
He's just a goofy looking guy.
I see it more in Blake Griffin. I don't know, but I mean, him and his wife was white.
Yeah, I think that's what he got threats over. Was just that
salty Oklahoma fans after losing, I'm sure. And
aren't they separated now?
I don't know.
Didn't she end up like? I just heard that she cheated.
Cheated on him. I heard that.
See, I heard that as well. I had a buddy whose sister, I guess, saw them at parties all the time. I don't know.
The two of them? Or
yeah, like they were together, but they were always like fighting and shit. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I think that's one of the silliest things you could do is propose on camera in front of all those people. Especially, it kind of takes away from the moment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was really silly because now it's like, well, you kind of turned yourselves into celebrities. Mm-hmm. So now you have an obligation to stay together, even though you don't like each other. Then, like, even though, like, in the moment, it was a beautiful moment for them.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they loved each other, but it's like they're young.
And they made themselves a symbol for like the biggest win in Boise State history. Right. So like, that's gotta be a pressure in and of itself.
Yeah. So I assumed that it was probably just because of the pressure they didn't stay together. Who knows what would have happened if they wouldn't have done that?
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Speculation.
Made great TV though.
Yeah. I haven't been following college football very much, but people tend to like it a little bit more than NFL.
Yeah, because I mean, there's more teams. There's more. I mean, like definitely like basketball too. It's more exciting. There's more kind of passion to win, and like you see, you see it in the finals, but a lot of players just kind of half-ass it, and it seems like there's a lot more effort in college sports, but.
Yeah, and it's
because the guys want to make it to the next stage, and I don't know, but because you're already when you're in the professional, you're already there to the point where I can just kind of kick back and I'm already greater than half the teams or leagues or players and like that. So
when you watch college, do you follow the players? Or you follow the team?
I think college is more team.
Yeah.
More team based.
Yeah, unless there's like a great player that just stands out. But.
Right.
Like. Was it Leonard Fournette or whatever?
Oh yeah, like
that guy's God.
Jadavion Clowney when he was back in.
Clowney was a monster.
But
I remember because he's our age.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is our age, which is crazy because that man is a full-grown man. He's an animal. Like, cause that's the thing. Like, I was the first time I heard about him, I saw one of his high school games. I think it was at your house. I think we were just watching high school games because they were playing like.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And like I think we also saw like that's when we discovered Shaq Thompson or whatever
because
he's also our age. But I was watching his high school game. It's ridiculous because he's like I don't know 6'4", 6'5" at the time. Like 200 and who knows how many pounds, and he's playing defensive end and then also running back. Yeah, and if you watch his high school highlights, they are insane because he was already like probably maybe an NFL caliber player in high school playing against boys. It's like he just made other men look like small children.
That's gotta feel so good. That's like playing like Little League football and like just balling out.
Yeah, his JV football stories aren't JV football stories. They're when he was just bitch slapping the next best player in his state.
I know, dude. He's wild, man. And who else?
I'm amazed he didn't end up like going to like IMG or something like that.
Yeah, that's weird. You get a lot of guys that don't end up going there, because that was definitely a thing back. Like and what's the other place? Bishop Gorman and all that. But
Yeah, Bishop Gorman.
a lot of those big names don't go there, but they do get good players, of course.
Yeah.
You hear about this 8th grader?
Oh,
the
dude
Alabama?
that's like 6'8".
Jaheim.
Yeah, humongous kid.
He's getting offers already.
Yeah.
Oh, sure, yeah. He's probably gonna go to Bama.
Of course he is. He looks like a college football player already, and he's in
They
8th
put him
grade.
in.
Yeah, they put him in the jersey, and he just looks the part.
Yeah.
That is
That's wild.
an Alabama football player for sure, because they have their whole entire roster is just full-grown men.
Yeah.
There are no small people on their team. Like Bo Scarborough.
Oh, Bo Scarborough's a tank.
Bo
Have
Scarborough.
you seen him? Oh.
He wasn't a starter last year either.
Yeah. Their running backs get bigger every year.
Yeah, there's a picture of Bo Scarborough standing next to one of their offensive linemen, and he's like almost as big.
Bo?
Yeah.
Is it B.O.?
Yeah, just B.O.
And Scarborough, yeah. He's huge.
It's just weird how, like, I don't know what they have. They just.
236. How old is he?
I'm not sure.
It says sophomore, so he's probably 20.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, dude is just.
Right?
Yeah, that's when he was in high school.
Yeah, that's.
That's him right there?
Where's the Trent Richardson?
Yeah, look at the first picture right there. That is him standing next to a coach and an offensive lineman, and they are like the same size.
You think those guys are on roids down there? Or maybe the food's just different down the south.
It's the food, dude. I'm sure. It's got to be
Catfish and.
Hey, they probably put steroids in the food.
Without them.
without them knowing.
Yeah.
Like they know that
Yeah.
what it's gonna do for their career.
That's not normal. That's a running back. Dude.
That right there is just fried okra and catfish.
Yeah.
dude. That's what that is.
Oh my.
And like he still hasn't even. He's not a starter yet.
Yeah, I forgot who they have above him, but I don't know. He can probably go at linebacker next year, so he can probably switch over.
He can probably play O-line, dude.
Yeah.
That's a large human being. And I don't believe for a second that he's only like, what did you say his weight was?
236? No, there's no way.
No way. He's got to be at least 245.
Yeah, they put him. I'm sure they're trying to get him like the 250 or something.
No,
There's no stopping that guy.
That man is a biscuit away from 280. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Holy hell.
That is wild.
Dude, that's nuts.
I was watching some of his highlights during the season last year, and like he doesn't look that good, and then he just like kicks a linebacker in the face and just walks past them.
There's nothing.
He's like, oh, you don't even look that fast, and then you just kick the shit out of someone that's supposed to be bigger than you.
Yeah, no, that's crazy, man. I couldn't imagine being that big.
I'm just waiting for him to be a starter because I love the way Alabama plays football.
Yeah.
I just like watching them play
Yeah.
because they just play old school, just tough.
Yeah, just
tough
right
football.
Yeah.
Just run the ball.
That's the thing, though. I mean, a lot of the running backs don't last. Like Derrick Henry. I mean, he's doing good, but they just run so much in college.
Yeah, you see this? What is this?
I saw something about like him getting knocked out in a sparring. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure that, of course, all half the stuff they'd say is
Let's see here.
that comes out of the camps. But
McGregor. Oh man, that guy is a promotion machine.
yeah. I'm sure the UFC is gonna miss him, but if he goes, I don't think he'll go back to fighting. But
He's about to make so much.
yeah,
money.
he can retire off this paycheck, even if he.
That's the crazy thing about boxing. Like,
Because there's no commissioner, so it's just wild. It's just you do whatever you can promote. And there's no really. I mean, there's rules, but it's a lot easier to.
it's definitely a business.
Yeah. To make money.
It's crazy when someone like. It's crazy when someone like Conor McGregor can sell you a fight and just, you want to buy it.
Yeah.
Like, you just want to see him no matter what he does. He's just entertaining. I think that's what it is. Like, his stuff is going to be entertaining.
Yeah.
No matter what he does. Like, did you see his last fight where he won the lightweight title?
I've actually never seen any of his fights. I've seen the highlights, but like, because I stopped buying fights a long time ago.
Oh, you did?
Because half the time, you don't feel like it's worth it. But
no, I agree. Yeah, I stopped watching it for a little while and started getting back into it recently. But yeah, man, he's really entertaining. Like, I'm sure you saw him put his hand behind his back. Like,
yeah,
that wasn't even intentional. That was something he was doing in practice. And he just started getting used to it because I guess he busted his hand or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so he just wasn't using it.
Hmm.
It's pretty nuts. But he's always been super entertaining, even in his fights that weren't really going his way, or even the one where he lost.
Yeah.
That was nuts.
Dude, he could sell books to a blind man. I swear. That man is just shameless.
Like, yeah, they definitely match the same, like, him and Mayweather. I mean, those are two like, loudmouth dudes that, I mean, of course, we're promoting the shit out of this, but those are two dudes you can definitely match together. They're going to make this mega fight. I don't think you can get another pair, like, DC and Jones. That wasn't tight. I mean, it was exciting to watch it. I mean, it was exciting, like, going into it, but you can't match another, like, two people that can promote this well.
No.
Yeah.
Just Nate or Nick, his brother.
Yeah.
That's about it. Nobody else really, unless he wants to fight Anderson Silva.
Yeah.
Or John Jones. Can you imagine John Jones versus McGregor?
Oh.
Brock Lesnar versus Conor McGregor.
He'll fight anybody.
Well, you've seen Conor spar with the Mountain from Game of Thrones, right?
I saw that.
Have you seen that, D?
That dude's huge. Oh. God damn.
Yeah, he's 6'9".
Something.
Does Conor just mess him up?
I mean, no, he's so huge you could punch him as hard as you want and probably just hurt you.
That's wild. I've never seen it.
Dude is humongous.
Or you might hear it in your headphones.
Yeah, it came up the first time. Squall.
You say squall?
Gang, gang.
It's a little remix right there.
Yeah. Oh, maybe. All you gotta do is take his back. What are you doing? Oh, jeez.
Oh,
jeez.
Yeah. He's about to get Oberyn Martelled right now.
Imagine if this was like a bar fight. Yeah.
I'm not even sure you could knock that man out. Oof.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Is he really punching him?
Yeah, he's just.
Dude, I bet he's catching him
he's
too.
Giving him, I guarantee he's catching him.
Yeah, you can see his face. He's like,
You think,
work your way up.
They probably agreed, like, don't punch each other in the face.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure McGregor could reach, but.
Superman punch.
Yeah.
that's a big jump.
Oh.
Mountain's not even striking him either. Literally just grabbing him.
Yeah.
You know he used to be a basketball player?
Oh, imagine that dude in the paint.
Dude, he wasn't really. He wasn't big.
Oh, he was.
I mean, he was
normal?
tall, but he was like a normal sized dude.
Yeah.
There's pictures of him when he was young. Like, it's crazy how much. He's huge, and he was just like
muscular wise, or?
I mean, he's huge now. Like, he was just like a normal looking. I mean, as normal as someone that's 6'9" can look, but like he wasn't. You'd never guess that he could even put on that much weight and get that big. Like, it just doesn't look like it'd be something that would be possible.
Well,
His head got a lot bigger, probably.
Well, his head definitely doesn't fit his body. It's like you need to put my head on his body, and his head on my body. Like, yeah.
Damn.
Like, his head looks really tiny, doesn't it?
Kind of. I mean, because he's so big, but.
Yeah. He probably had a big ass head.
Yeah. He probably eats the same meals the Alabama football players eat. So.
He'd probably eat 3 or 4 of them, though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy, dude.
I remember seeing just a little bit of that when it came out, and I was like, dude, that's a large human.
Yeah.
That's someone that could kill animals with his bare hands.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's crazy, man. So I was looking at this right here.
I was just about to say that, dude. How do you escape jail with peanut butter? That is wild.
So 12 prisoners escaped from jail by covering their cell number with peanut butter. What?
An inexperienced guard.
Can you read that? Go ahead and read it out loud. Oh shit.
I can't read that.
Can you read that?
Yeah, my vision's
Prisoner
not super
remains on
good.
the run after he and 11 other inmates made a daring jailbreak by using peanut butter. A dozen inmates escaped from an Alabama prison by smothering the numbers of their cell door with peanut butter, duping the guard into opening it.
What? I need more.
Walker County Sheriff James Underwood said that an inmate used peanut butter to write the number on the outside of the door over his cell, then persuaded a new employee watching on the closed-circuit camera to open what he thought was the door to the man from a control room.
I don't.
Where are we at here?
That is
Oh, you're right here.
phenomenal employees. That's all I can say.
Look at some of these pictures, though. Oh, I wonder if I can zoom in. Look at this one. Jill.
Yeah.
So let me get this. Hold up.
Was this like a holding cell? Or
Yeah, it must have been. So
12's a lot.
hold
a
on, I
lot of
can't
people.
read it from that far back. Number on the outside of the door over his cell, then persuaded an employee watching over the closed-circuit camera to open what he thought was the door to the man's cell from a control room. However, the sheriff said the door number was the outside door. That's nonsense.
So he changed the
So
number.
they must have changed the number with peanut butter. And
So then, but
or
then
with,
he still said, "Hey, can you open my open my cell door?" And the dude's like, "Yeah."
oh
sure,
yeah,
whatever."
dope. Yeah, I got you, fam.
So I feel like with someone that dumb, the number might have even been necessary.
Yeah.
It's like, "Hey, man, you want to let me out?" Well, I mean, I'm not supposed to, but I'll
That's wild. Yeah. So
like, was he supposed to be opening a single cell?
Yeah,
And
so
instead he opened the holding cell. Is
yeah.
that
So
how
I
that
guess
works?
then they changed the number, and so it was an outside door that he thought that was actually their cell door, I guess.
Oh, okay.
And so you get what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah. So he probably put that number
That's
and
weird.
let them all out.
Yeah. So he's like, oh, okay, it's this number, and yeah, I don't know how fucking
Those are
door
some
opening
smart
works.
inmates.
Yeah, those are.
Well,
That's
not
crazy.
too smart.
Yeah.
Relative.
Are they still out?
Oh, I don't know. Probably. Escape happens.
Not when you have a trained staff.
Yeah. Let's say that's amateur hour right there.
Oh yeah, they got captured.
Oh, they got 8. There's 12 of those.
Yeah.
3 of those were captured. Oh, so they got 11. Is there one more gone?
Probably.
They probably all stuck together like idiots too.
So think we should change? Nah.
Yeah.
Let's just
No,
rub
let's
peanut
just
butter
get-
on it.
Yeah, I know, right? License plates and rob a car.
It's like, this definitely isn't this plate number. It's
It's this one. That is
Peanut butter.
oh
Instead
my
of white out,
God.
just peanut butter.
Yeah. I wonder what brand peanut butter they use.
I bet you
They'll probably start promoting this shit.
Adams.
Adams.
I bet you none
Goddamn.
of them want anything to do with this.
Yeah, I know.
If it was Jiffy, they're like, or
Yeah.
Jif, they're like, no, no,
That's
We
too
don't want-
funny.
anything to do with it.
Well, they just ruined it for the rest of them because now no one gets peanut butter.
Yeah, no, I know, right? Just
Oh.
eating jelly sandwiches.
That's all you get now.
That's all. Yeah.
But it needs some saltiness. Nope, sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Those assholes ruined it for everyone.
Hey, they're definitely getting beat up once they go back.
I don't know. That's a large gang of people though.
Yeah, that's crazy though.
You think they all split up or they stuck together?
I bet 8. I mean, they said 8.
If they catch them that quickly, they had to have stuck together.
Yeah.
They probably stopped for Stop for burgers.
I know.
They got out and like, yeah, let's go get some food.
White Castle and shit.
I'm sure. That's crazy.
That's why I did see that. I was like, there's no way that's real. That's not a real thing.
Are you keeping up on Game of Thrones?
So yeah,
So don't tell me anything, but
I haven't. I thought yeah, that's the thing is like, it's so hard to not know what's going on though with social media. Like
that's the thing. Like
I hate it.
I'm on the second season still,
Oof.
and it's like so hard to avoid anything that's going on. I know what's happening because of social media.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you just can't. If it's a trend, like if it's Walking Dead or Game of Thrones, you're gonna know exactly what happened in that
Yeah,
episode.
you basically have
unless
to be living under a rock.
Yeah, like you can't be on the internet or you can't be on any sort of news.
You can't talk to people.
Right. Yeah.
Basically, just live in isolation.
Yeah. It's tough.
Yeah. So I got caught up last season because I got my month free trial of HBO. HBO Go or Now, whichever one it was, and then I watched 2 full seasons in that month because I had to get caught up. I was a couple seasons behind, so I had to watch the season before last season, and then watch last season. So a lot of Game of Thrones in a very short amount of time. But basically, I'm just gonna do that again. So once the season's just about over, I'm gonna try and just pay for a month of HBO Go and just watch it, or see if I can just use a different email address. Get another.
It just takes email. Doesn't take credit card.
No, it takes credit card. I'll just use another card.
Oh yes, that's what I do. That's what I've done.
I'm just gonna use it. I'm just gonna use it.
We've all done that.
I'm just gonna use an empty Visa gift card.
I know, right? That's too
Phone's
funny.
going off over there.
It's too popular.
I guess UFC's. Let's see here. On Saturday, John Jones knocked out Daniel Cormier.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Dude, I'm still like, holy shit.
That was a good fight. And like, DC was getting some good shots in and was getting some combos, and John Jones didn't even look phased at no point in time.
Right. Yeah. It didn't even phase him.
Even when he
He's
lost
got
his
quite-
mouth guard, he was just smiling.
Yeah, he's got quite the chin on him for sure. But like, did you know he predicted that knockout?
Damn.
He predicted that
Did he?
like 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah, you haven't seen the videos? Oh yeah, he's talking about how he's like, you definitely have holes in your game, and you need to fix them, otherwise this is gonna happen. And then like they're going back and forth. I'll bring it up, but he says like it's a head kick to the left or with the left leg.
Oh.
Yeah, like
that's wild.
it's crazy.
Man.
Like so here I'll try to find it.
Hey, John Jones is
Right here.
Hey, Carly Kloss.
Hey.
Dude, she's giant.
Is she?
Yeah, she's like
Her hands look
6'5".
huge. Jeez.
Maybe
not.
But he does have tendencies. Every fighter has their tendencies, and I've been able to pick out some pretty pretty good tendencies that he has that I will exploit against him.
I have tendencies, and I know what he's talking about because they're glaring.
You know what? Check this out. If you tell me what I'm talking about, I'll tell you the truth.
I know. No,
If that's what I'm talking about.
That is a trick. That is a trick because what if I say some other shit? But that is a trick because I may say something else. But I know that there's one thing that I do that has gotten me in trouble, if you want to call it trouble, that I've been in a fight before, and I haven't been in much trouble. So in the instance that I did get maybe a cut or something, I know it was because of that tendency he's talking about.
You're talking about the Josh Burnett fight, but
You see, so maybe we are on the same wavelength.
Oh,
that will be figured out by September 27th. So don't think you're going to kick me in the head with your left leg.
He's just having a hard time.
Why is this not bigger?
Oh
Why is this
man.
no, he
video?
has many tendencies. But thank you for bringing that one to our attention. Yes,
Well,
we noticed that. But
Yeah, of course you did because
that's
it's
actually-
freaking glaring. I understand.
well,
But
you better fix that.
that is a weakness that I am smart enough to understand when there is a weakness and I go and correct it.
That's hilarious. Why is this video not just bigger? Why
Don't
is
think
that
you're gonna kick me in the head with that left leg, gunk.
I mean, that's pretty big for.
Yeah, I guess for like still in a few days after, but
Yeah.
that's wild, man.
But he knew.
He
He knew his own fault. Like he knew
Yeah.
that he's had a problem with it his whole career.
Yeah.
And John Jones just capitalized on it.
Exploited,
Like he
yeah.
knew. Because when the second fight with Cormier and Johnson almost clipped him with that head kick.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? I don't know if you saw it, but he got him with the left head kick and got him, but it didn't really phase him. Like it kind of nicked the top of his head. That one just smacked him right in the jaw.
Oh yeah.
That
He
was
was-
crazy, dude.
That's wild, man. That is hilarious.
That's pretty funny.
Oh man.
Both those guys are just really awkward to listen to speak.
Yeah.
They are definitely when they were doing like the weigh-ins and all that, when they're at the conferences and all that, where like them trash talking back and forth. It was like, okay, this is not.
You look like a crackhead in the suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you are a crackhead.
Yeah. It's like,
I've noticed that too. Like, what is it that you think makes it awkward?
They just neither one of them sound particularly confident about what they're saying.
yeah.
So like, oh, you're a crackhead in this suit. Hell yeah, well you look like a crackhead.
It's like grade school insults.
I got you.
I don't know.
Cormier definitely's gained more respect from people after this loss.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I did not like DC at all.
Yeah.
I'm okay with him now.
Watching the embedded stuff, I was like, oh, he's not that bad of a guy. But I mean, definitely watching him lose, it's like, okay, you kind of feel sorry for him. And,
Yeah.
I mean, you can see he's just a dude that was passionate about what he does and
Yeah.
lost his belt, but yeah, that's funny though.
Predict your own loss
Yeah,
like
that's.
that.
Don't
You think he
think
comes
can-
back, or you think he's done?
I think he's gonna get another shot.
He,
He's gonna get another shot at Jones?
Yeah, I think yeah.
I hope they
I
give it
think
to someone
I
else
think
first.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they want to give him right out of the bat. Yeah, there's no way, but
Yeah.
I think he'll get another shot. And once he loses that one, then yeah.
He should come back
no
and
point.
fight Lesnar.
I know, right?
It would be too hard for him. He just goes back up to being heavy again.
I know, right? So he's gonna move back up. Or he could do that.
Well, they're creating a lot of weight divisions now.
Yeah.
There's gonna be 9 new ones, I think. So you're gonna have a 75. You're gonna have a 95. You're gonna have a 225 now. Like, it's pretty good. So
That sounds like a great division. 225.
225.
Yeah.
Those are some large athletic people.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like, damn.
that would be good, man.
Yeah, that'll be really
You
good.
could have John Jones as like a 3 championships, like 205, 225,
Yeah.
and then 265.
Yeah.
We should get like a 305.
They should.
Just
Haymakers and
Mark Hunt fighting big country every
Yeah.
every time.
Those are the only two guys that can actually.
There's people pretty big, man, and you
Yeah.
don't realize that they're that big. Like my buddy Chase is in like 300-pound range, and I'm like, what?
Is he?
Like you're bigger than Brock Lesnar? That doesn't make any sense
Yeah.
to me. Yeah, he's a big boy.
Okay, I outweigh Lesnar by a bit.
Lester's probably like what, 270?
265.
Well, he's got to cut down to 265, but
Yeah.
I think he walks around at 300.
Brock?
It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Brock's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar's huge.
Definitely, yeah. That's crazy. Because Brock Lesnar does not look that big. I don't really
I
care.
don't know.
I mean, he looks
I
big,
think
but
I think his fighting
can't
weight,
imagine-
though, like
Yeah.
you only see him in fighting weight. Like
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. But
But I
it's
mean,
just,
he also like wrestles, and so I'm sure you guys stay in somewhat decent shape for that. And
it's like what weight class did Rumble used to fight at?
welterweight.
Welterweight?
170.
Yeah, and he looks like a huge 205.
Yeah. Like.
And that was his walking around weight. He
Yeah.
cut tons and tons of weight when he was fighting.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's, and I've heard it talked about a lot. Like that's one of the reasons why he wasn't that great of a welterweight fighter is because he had no stamina. Because he
Yeah.
was always cutting
Always.
so much weight.
Yeah.
But he was so much fun to watch when he was fighting little people. It's obvious. Like, oh, you have the punching power of
Yeah.
a much larger human. Well, it's because usually I am a much larger human.
I was listening to him on MMA Hour just today. He's talking about coming back and fighting Jones,
Mm-hmm.
and he mentioned the reason why he's retiring is because of CTE, the brain
Yeah.
trauma and all that stuff. And they're asking him if he was worried about it. He's like when he was fighting, he's like, well, I mean, I was, but I never got knocked out because I'd go in there and knock people out because I didn't want CTE or like I didn't want brain damage. So I
It's
would knock
gonna
them
give
out,
you
so I
brain
would-
damage.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's crazy, man. Like they just keep talking about CTE, and it's like, why do you keep talking about? Why do you bringing it up? Like,
Yeah, definitely in sports that have been around for so long.
yeah, it's
and
been around for a really long time.
I don't know. That's
It's always
It's
weird.
kinda weird.
I always just think it's sort of silly that athletes, like football players or whoever, it's like you get paid to use your face as a weapon and hit other people. You can't be surprised.
Right.
You can't be surprised if it happens, and you can't be wanting to sue the NFL because it's not like you don't
Yeah.
know.
yeah.
Like it's got to be in the contract somewhere where it says like if you get brain damage, you can't come back and sue us for it because you know what you're doing.
Yeah, and there should definitely be a reasonable, even if it's not in the contract, there's definitely a reasonable expectation that you could get brain damage.
Yeah.
You just push the human body to its limits, and that's how you make your money.
Yeah.
Like fighters, you get hit in the head. That's for money.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised.
Right.
Don't be surprised when you have brain damage because it could very easily happen. So like when I think it really hurt. Who was it? Like Junior Seau. Like it really hurt his legacy when his family went to sue the league after he passed.
Yeah.
I was like, don't. I guarantee you, he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he would. I don't think he would have wanted that his family suing the league.
But,
Well, it's a disease now.
Yeah.
Like, what is a disease? What is the definition of disease? Because when I think of it, it's something that like it's like cancer, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just something you get.
Yeah.
But they're saying that this is something you get by doing something. So like, it's like saying you're gonna get cancer for running all the time.
yeah, it's like self-inflicted. It's like
Yeah, it's like
smoke. Yeah, it's
yeah.
smoking cigarettes. Or,
Smoking cigarettes,
Yeah.
like tanning, a
yeah,
whole bunch.
tanning, yeah, exactly.
Like it's being brought about by your own behavior, so it's
Yeah.
not like
I don't know, it's weird. It's weird because what's gonna happen? They're gonna take away all the sports that cause CTE.
I know.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? They just stop football.
It's just done, yeah, because too much CTE. Like,
That's the thing. You can get concussion. I mean, you can get it in baseball too, and
yeah.
you can get it in anything.
It's less likely. I mean,
yeah, it's
but
less likely, but still, it's
boxing should be the big one. Like
yeah.
only sport where you get to take repeated brain trauma.
Yeah.
You can boxing. You can
Oh,
be
boxing.
You can be knocked out several times and still continue to
that's
fight.
dangerous, man. That's to me. Like you get back up, 10 seconds. All right, you're good. No, definitely after watching Cormier, where he couldn't even function.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he was like he didn't know what was going on. Imagine like fighting heavyweight and getting knocked out, and you have to get back up and do some more. That's
Yeah.
well, they
that's
say
what-
it's a little bit safer in the UFC or MMA because of that, right?
What was that?
Like if they get knocked out, they
They stop it. Yeah, it's over. Yeah, that person's.
I think that's why the UFC is safer. It's
Yeah.
like if you get knocked out or you get TKO'd, that's the end of the fight.
Yeah.
Boxing, you can have what just happened to DC, where you get popped and you're on the ground, and if you can get back up in the appropriate amount of time, DC could have stood back up. He definitely wouldn't have been there. You could tell in his face he wasn't there.
Well, I didn't think he was there after he got kicked in the head.
Yeah, I
Like,
didn't think
thought
so
he
either.
was like legit knocked out when he got kicked in the head.
Yeah.
Because when he was walking around,
When
you
he's-
saw
yeah,
it.
when he-
Yeah, and he wasn't looking at Jones when he was backing away. He was literally just looking
he
at
was
the
like-
ground,
yeah,
and his
exactly,
arms
yeah.
were up.
Yeah,
Like
that's the one thing.
his body was in defense mode, but there was no one behind the wheel. Like he was out.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's super crazy.
Yeah.
So, I've been studying like dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, all that good stuff, right? It's like a pleasure thing that goes in the brain. What's it called? What's the proper term for that? I can't think of it now. But there's certain ways that you can produce these chemicals in the brain, the pleasure signals, right? There's certain foods you can eat. There's certain activities that you can do. So I've been studying it and have realized that the whole Onnit thing.
Mhm.
You know, have you heard of Onnit?
No.
It's a company that Joe Rogan promotes all the time if you listen to his podcast, like constantly. And he promotes this one product all the time. It's called Alpha Brain. And I can't remember the chemical exactly. I think it's here somewhere. But it's produced in food. Okay, so when you eat certain food, like let's say dark chocolate the dark chocolate blueberries carry this chemical, and it triggers the pleasure signals in your brain. I just can't think of what it's called right now. Not endotoxins.
I'm taking notes.
Well, I just was like, this was a while ago. It was neurotransmitters. That's what they are. So like, almonds, avocados, bananas, beets, chicken, chocolate, coffee, all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you pleasure somehow. Like it functions in your brain. Serotonin is what it's called. Before they used to think that serotonin was produced in the brain, it's actually produced in the gut. So based off the foods you eat and your diet, depends on how happy you are, right? So these chemicals are put into this alpha brain cell by Onnit, which brings you happiness. Like it'll make you happier if you take it. So just studying this stuff, I was realizing like, what's the future of dietary products and supplements and vitamins and stuff like that. Like I think it's B6 or B12. Is it B12 that gives you energy? Is that the one that gives you energy?
I have no clue.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
that's
So I
right.
think-
It sounds
so-
right. Yeah, it sounds like.
So I think it's B6 that does that for you. So like, I'm thinking how they sell these products to you to make like give you energy or whatever, or to bring you happiness. I think that they're gonna start doing this more and more in the future.
Like on
like-
it and
Like
all
how
that.
like how Onnit's doing it. Like
Yeah.
it's he's not really telling you what it's doing. He's just saying, he's telling you like it gives you like you can remember things easier, like stuff like that. I just think it's gonna get really weird.
It's pretty
in the
wild.
next few years, like they're gonna start selling you happiness through pills.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily going to be like obviously there's pills out there that give you happiness.
Yeah. so they do that
Fentanyl,
now.
Mm-hmm.
the huge one right now, it's like an opioid.
Yeah, they
Could've-
were.
It gives you legit pleasure. But this one's going to be sold as like a natural happiness pill. Made with crushed up almonds and avocado and like all this stuff. Like
That's crazy.
it's super weird how you just eat certain things and it'll bring you slight moments of joy, right?
Mm-hmm.
You eat ice cream or pasta or whatever. Like there's certain foods that just make you happier,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right now, my diet's just making me sad.
Is it making you sad?
No, not really. I'm just
Yeah.
being
That's
just being the butt. But like
Yeah, no,
like no carbs, no nothing. Like
Yeah.
I like cheese. I like to eat meat and cheese. That's good. But yeah, like
doesn't give you joy and.
no, not when I look at a burger and I'm like, oh god, that would give me so much joy. Right now. Do terrible things to that burger.
I know. That's hilarious.
But
That's
I
crazy.
just-
Yeah.
I just bring that up because I wonder if it would counteract the CTE. Like, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's weird. I think once you get hit in the head, it's permanent damage. Like, there's nothing.
Oh,
you
yeah,
can really
certainly.
do
Yeah,
about it.
it's nothing you can kind of regain or fix or heal, but
Mhm.
that's just crazy. I don't think I've never like eaten a food and like felt like energized or
Happy afterwards.
happy afterwards. Yeah, I'm trying to think of something that's like.
Damn, you haven't had a good steak then.
Yeah. Oh no, I've had like steak. Like okay, it's good, but I don't know. Then besides like, so I can eat steak for days, but anything else, that's nothing I can really tell. Cause I don't eat avocados.
Because it's just like so slight.
because maybe it's just so slight. Yeah,
Yeah.
you just. I mean, it's there. You just don't notice it. But yeah.
Yeah, I definitely feel happier after I eat chocolate. No, that's for sure.
I had chocolate in a minute.
You haven't had chocolate either?
No, not it's all. I'm just no sugars, no carbs. Like
Not even dark chocolate?
no, not
Do
even.
you have cheat days?
Every now and again, yeah, but and like I still drink beer and all that stuff, but just not very much, which has made it weird because now I drink a lot more hard alcohol. That's definitely
Yeah.
crazy
Dangerous.
stuff. Yeah, that's some dangerous business for sure.
Yeah, it's not on the carb list though. So.
Yeah, it's totally
You
okay.
gotta eat everything on the non-carb list. Zero carb
Yep,
list, man.
got to.
So is beer like, is it legit like drinking a loaf of bread? Like what they say?
So no, like so
Drinking a loaf of bread.
Yeah, and
bread.
because my favorite beers like that too. Like I like dark beer. And I think
Yeah.
it has a higher carb content than some of the lighter beers. But it's like one beer is my carb allowance for the day, or I go over it. And like,
What is your carb allowance? Like 25 grams?
I'm at 24 net grams. So
Okay.
dietary fiber doesn't count, of course. But
Right.
yeah, I'm at 24, and I usually don't hit that except on a day that I have a beer. I usually stay pretty well below it, like I'm in the half, because I don't eat a lot of vegetables. I should eat more as part of my diet, but I just eat a lot of meat and cheese, which doesn't have too much carbs, just lots of chicken.
Yeah, lots of chicken. Yeah, lots of bacon. Lots of cheese. Yeah, when we started doing it, that's all I would eat was cheese.
Oh yeah,
Still to this day, just eat cheese all the time.
I eat a ton of cheese.
It just, I don't know, it kind of helps with the cravings.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then I will do like a spoonful of peanut butter every now and again.
Oh, yeah.
Like if I'm really just jonesing for something that peanut butter doesn't have too much net carbs, but it definitely satisfies that like, oh, I want some bread. A spoonful of peanut butter, like it's okay.
Awesome electrolytes too. Most people don't know that.
I didn't know that. Damn.
Yeah, it's got a ton of electrolytes in it.
Wow.
In just one spoon.
You can also use it to escape from jail.
Yeah,
Peanut butter's probably the best thing on
it
the
really is the all-purpose. It's like the WD-40 of foods.
Yeah, no.
It's like, I'm hungry, peanut butter. Need to escape from
Use
prison.
it as lube.
Yeah, you can say,
You certainly could. If you weren't concerned about the mess.
Yeah.
Peanut butter.
Yeah.
It smells like peanut butter and vagina.
It's safe to go in the body. I mean, you can eat it.
Yeah. That's wild.
Yeah.
Is it regular peanut butter or crunchy peanut butter? Which one do you guys prefer?
Crunchy.
Crunchy?
Are you talking about lube or to eat? Definitely crunchy.
Yeah. Rib fur.
Yeah, I was about to say. No, like,
man.
yeah, definitely crunchy's the way to go.
Yeah.
Crunchy, extra chunky,
Yeah.
and extreme crunchy.
Gotcha.
It's just peanuts.
Yeah. Raw peanut butter. It's literally just a jar of peanuts you have to crush yourself.
Just spit on it for the oil. Just
Just
crush it.
or use the oil that you guys got.
Yeah, your Etsy oil collection.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about making an Etsy account, selling some of my artwork.
What is Etsy?
Yeah, I have no
Etsy is it's like this. I've purchased a few things on Etsy. I have them on my head actually. These 2 pins.
You bought those off Etsy?
Yeah, and it's basically just like independent artists can sell their product on
Okay.
Etsy.
Okay.
And then a lot of really neat stuff on there because it's a lot of like really small batch. Like I think there's only a few of those pins that I purchased. Like they made like maybe 40.
Oh wow.
And then but I told my buddy about this, my buddy Wade, the other day, and he hit me with an interesting stat, and I haven't fact checked it. I don't know where he got it from, but apparently you sell better if your site's registered as a female.
Sure.
And I'm not sure, and I'm always skeptical of stats like that because I bet you there's probably more women registered as artists on Etsy than men, so that might play into that statistic. But I was like,
Oh yeah.
I might just register as a woman on my Etsy account. My name's Ryan. It's a pretty.
My name's Ryan. Yeah, be transgender.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, you won't be able to.
How dare you? How dare you assume my gender?
Raina.
Right.
I actually know probably as many girls named Ryan as guys named Ryan.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never met one.
I work.
Yeah,
I work with a girl named Ryan, Austin Bright's little sister.
I've never met a Ryan or a female Ryan.
Yeah, I've met a lot of female Ryans. Even like in Atlanta, I matched with a girl named Ryan.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I guess I lied.
Spelled
I didn't meet her, but-
spelled different.
Yeah.
I was like, so yeah, that was my opening line. I was like, you have a really awesome name. She's like, oh, you too. It wasn't going anywhere.
I wasn't going anywhere.
So what else have you been doing with your art? So tell us about like what you've been doing with the whole shoe thing.
Oh yeah, so it's something I started doing in high school and I just picked up recently again. It's I just buy like white canvas shoes, usually Vans, but looking for a cheaper alternative. It's sort of an expensive base product to use. Vans are like $50. You know.
Holy shit. Just for white ones?
Yeah, just for the plain white ones, it's $50.
Yeah, and then I imagine you would want to try to make a profit.
Yeah, and I was on Etsy the other day looking at all the people that sell Vans. And they don't sell them for too much more than the base price. Like or it's ridiculous, or it's like $350. It's like no one's gonna buy that. But yeah. So basically, I buy white Vans, and then with most of them, I'll just lay down a layer of tie dye, so it looks sort of watercolory. Like they're still white, but there's also some different gradients of like purples, reds, and blues, and whatever. And then I'll use like a really fine point art pen, and just I don't know. Usually, I just draw random designs on them. I don't really have a plan, but recently I did some that like have henna inspired like look to them, and I actually have only sold one pair of those, and that was back in high school. I usually just make them as gifts, but if I had access to an Etsy account, which I'm working on, that's something I might try to make a little side money doing. And then also building a computer so I can do like illustrations and stuff like that, and learn how to use illustration software, and basically teach myself to cell shade and all sorts of stuff like that.
Shade?
Oh yeah, so like cell shading is basically just a way to like color like a black. So I do a lot of black and white drawing, like line drawing, and then I've never been too great at shading, except if I'm like looking at something. I can duplicate like a picture really easily, but learning like basically conceptualizing in my head where the sun or your light source would hit your image is something I'm not very good at because I'm self-taught. So yeah, basically I'm just trying to get good with using colors and stuff, because black and whites can be kind of boring.
I don't think so. I've always really enjoyed black and white paintings and drawings and everything, but
I do
that
too.
would be a good
But
skill to learn.
yeah.
The shading and everything.
Also
I've always
really
wondered that too. Like it just blows my mind.
It's
when people
tough.
Can get it perfect.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
insane.
and one of my favorite styles, like I love the black and white ink work that has cross hatching. You just use different like lines to do your shading, but I'm terrible at that too.
It's called cross hatching.
Yeah. So like you build up your gradient by doing like straight lines, and then in dark areas there'll be more straight lines crossing over it, and then in like really white areas you'll just leave as the paper or as your base material. And it looks like it'd be really easy, but the few times I've tried to do it, it's like it's not easy at all. It's tough.
So when you draw on like let's say a sheet of paper or something like that, do you prefer a pen or a pencil?
It depends on what I'm doing. Like if I'm doing something that doesn't require a lot of shading, I'll definitely use a pen, just because it's a really high contrast between like the really dark black of a pen and the white of the paper. But if I'm doing shading and stuff like that, like I said, I'm really bad at shading with ink, because you can't build up your gradient lightly like you can with a pencil. So yeah, if I'm doing portraits and stuff, I just use pencils. But like if I'm doing like cartoons or comics or whatever, just ink, because it's a little bit more striking.
I've seen some of your stuff. It's pretty amazing, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Really good. And it's crazy how you can learn to draw too. Like to me, it's just I don't know. It's just weird to me that you can learn to be super good at drawing. Because my grandma never used to be very good, and she went to school for a couple of years, and then as soon as she was done, she could paint like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty cool skill to learn.
Yeah.
I've always thought of it as something like you self-taught and you're just naturally good at it.
That's how I see it. Yeah. That's what I kind of
and even like I could definitely benefit from taking some classes, and I tried to at Boise State, but you have to be a declared art major to take any of their studio classes. And I was like,
really?
Yeah, and it's really hard to be it. I mean, last time I checked, it was several years ago, so they could have changed their curriculum. But yeah, last time I checked, it was tough to become to get declared as an art major, because you had to have a portfolio of your work reviewed by some sort of, I don't know, body of teachers or whatever, and then. It was a difficult process that I didn't feel like doing at the time, but now I'm probably just going to take some art classes at CWI because they're open. So
same teachers.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I went there for a little while and talked to some of the guys, and some of the teachers were from Boise State too. They taught at both, and they say like you might as well just take classes here. You're gonna learn the same stuff, it's just cheaper. So that's pretty awesome, man. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
So Etsy, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to
Etsy.
look into that.
Lots of really cool stuff, because like
I was gonna swat it for you.
You had a fly on your head. It's all good.
I felt it.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out, dude.
Etsy. I don't know why that sounds familiar, but
Sensi?
I've never heard of it. No, not because of that, but I don't know, maybe I've seen it somewhere. Or sure if
You say Etsy, and I think of Hobby Lobby for some reason. Don't know why.
Well, I mean, it's a lot of
Hobby
the
Lobby?
same sort of stuff. Like you buy your pin backs and stuff like that from some sort of hobby or crafting store, and then like So I collect pins, so I'm on Etsy all the time, just looking at pins and stuff I can buy. Showed Duvonte some of the ones I'm buying next. Pretty ridiculous stuff.
Instagram would be a good one too.
Yeah. Eventually I'm gonna make an Instagram account. I'm always super slow on the social media game. Like, I was the last person I knew to have a Snapchat, and my brief stint with Tinder was I was late, very late to the game then too. Tinder had been out for a long time, and but that one I didn't want to. I was just sort of forced into it. Like, oh,
Forced into
yeah, yeah, something you eventually have to break down and get, but I don't use that anymore.
Yeah, I've never had the opportunity.
Yeah, I know, right? I know. It's like, I forgot who I was talking to, but I think it was like Thomas and Courtney, and I was like, oh, trying to explain like Tinder to him, and like, oh, okay, I can kind of get it, but yeah, that's funny. Yeah.
Sounds like fun.
The thing is, if you don't take it seriously, if you're not really looking for anything, it's a good bit of fun just to. It's sort of like Hot or Not or whatever. I never used that either, but I heard it was the same sort of thing. It's just fun to, because we're just all secretly bad people, so we like to just anonymously judge people from the comfort of our own homes, of course. Who doesn't?
No, it's funny because like you'll be on Tinder and you'll get couples that like they'll have their photo is like, oh, both of them, and then they're like, oh, we're just here to kind of find friends, and which is kind of crazy. That's like the worst place to go.
They're here to find some sweet dicky. I'm pretty sure.
So they're just like sometimes you get girls in there and like, oh, I have a boyfriend, but I'm just here to kind of find other people. It's like, okay, well,
this is technically a dating app.
Yeah.
Well, have you heard of this app called Melon?
Melon?
Yeah, Melon. That's what it's called. You heard of that?
No, I've never heard of Melon.
It's kind of like another social media that I got a notification for, but then when I downloaded it, I realized it's kind of like Tinder. Like, once I saw that, I was like, well, I should probably get off this, because if I end up signing up and then something happens and I'm on there, like, I'm gonna get in trouble.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
What the fuck?
Oh, it's just melons.
Just melons. Just look on there. It's just melons, like titties.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, you're probably gonna get in trouble.
Yeah.
You heard of this app?
Now I'm curious. I'm about to look this up.
So yeah, look up Melon.
Oh, hey, man, that's funny.
Like Chive. When you're in a relationship, you're not allowed to have apps like that. Like the Chive. I thought it was awesome at first.
These are, I have no clue what that is.
You don't know what Chive is?
Oh,
I
used to be on that all the time.
Dude, Chive is the premier male app.
It?
Yeah, it's got awesome stuff on there, like really cool stuff. And
Yeah, cool
women,
cars, women, like all sorts of different stuff.
Yeah,
like
just sports stuff, just
Mhm.
funny, just hilarious stuff. But then the majority of it is half naked women,
Oh.
yeah.
naked women, and so you just can't have it. Yuck.
Ew.
Half naked dudes.
Yeah. Oh, give me some of that.
That's wild. Yeah, Chive. I haven't heard of that.
The Chive.
The Chive.
Yeah.
Really? That's nuts, dude.
I feel like Reddit's kind of the same thing, isn't it, though? Reddit's just kind of general funny stuff.
Reddit's a
I
little.
feel like it's more male catered to.
Reddit is for everyone and anyone, because there's a subreddit for everything.
Yeah, Reddit's awesome, man.
There's like some really, really crazy stuff about like history that you don't know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, like there's some really dark history subreddits.
Do you have Reddit on your phone?
No.
I don't either.
You looked at Reddit? You've looked at Reddit before, right?
Yeah, I've been on Reddit. Yeah, I mean, I see it every once in a while, or I go on every once in a while. But...
Yeah, I'm still an amateur to Reddit, so I'm not sure how to get to those sub pages and all that stuff, and really have an account that matters. Like, have a legit source of knowledge to put on there for people, like, and interesting pictures and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So.
There's also dumb stuff like, oh, Reddit cat memes.
You know what I might put on there is that layered grease.
You probably should.
Reddit layered grease.
I don't know if you guys knew this, but oils
separate.
solidify at different rates.
This is what happens when you eat greasy food in your stomach.
That's like when they put like stomach acid on like the Whoppers and cheeseburgers.
And nothing happens.
Yeah, that's bad. I don't buy all that shit. But
that's crazy. Well, yeah, just meat.
Yeah, just a little bit top, but.
Yeah, it basically just seems like a more broadened version of Tinder. So it's like for friendship or for people that are, that's what it looks like.
Probably.
Why would you call it melon?
I don't know.
Like mellow?
It's like Bumble. Bumble is like, why'd you call it Bumble?
What's Bumble?
It's kind of like Tinder, but it's...
Bumble is, in my opinion, a terrible idea because
What is that?
I will explain to you in detail.
So I've never heard this before.
Basically, Tinder is like, either party could message first.
Yeah.
And of course, it's always dudes messaging first and usually getting no response because either the women aren't really there for dating or they're just like, it's not really into your face or your one-liner or whatever. Yeah. But basically, you take the indecisive part of Tinder and then say you're the only person that can initiate conversation.
Yeah, I can see
that's where I was at. Like,
yeah, I feel like Bumble was more the girls like, okay, they're kind of like the
because like girls usually aren't the ones that take initiative on Tinder, and basically the indecisive part of Tinder is now the decision-making body in Bumble.
Yeah. But,
it's.
I mean, I feel like the ones that are on Bumble are probably more go-getters, like, oh, whatever, because Fate, I was just talking to Fate, and he was with a girl that he met on Bumble. I was like, people use Bumble still? It works, man. It works. But I don't know.
It's past that stage, huh?
But no.
Have you met anyone on there?
Tinder?
Yeah.
No. I used to use it as a creep, but I don't.
You never actually messaged anybody?
No, I messaged, and then like it's not like serious stuff, or even like they said, don't reply. Or
Yeah, the Jimmies of the world have success on Tinder, but for the rest of us, bottom feeding gutter people.
Tinder is just more of a creep app where you're just like, oh, okay, she's cute. But now they have Instagram attached to it, so you can creep on their Instagram too. So that's kind of nice.
Oh yeah. Facebook bought out Instagrams.
Yeah, I went on when I was on Tinder, I went on one date. It actually was a decent experience. It wasn't bad, but like most of the time it's like you match with people and then, hey, what's up? Yeah. Because I'm boring. Don't
is
feel.
Your interest or like what is it on there that? How do you match up? Like just by.
It's literally just by. I mean, you can read someone's bio, but usually no one does that. I mean, I was pretty meticulous with my swiping, but most people it's just until you get matches.
It's basically like, oh, I can see what I could possibly get. You see the prospects of it, like, oh, okay, maybe I could pull that off. Or I see it. It's not so much like, oh, actually, I want to meet you and build a relationship. Yeah.
Are there some on there where you're like, she's way out of my league, but I'm still gonna talk to you, like I'm still gonna message you?
Well, the thing is, you have to match first. So basically, like, if you swipe on someone and then they swipe on you, then you get a match and you can initiate conversation. But like, it
could be dangerous if you just open conversation.
Yeah,
because there are some girls that
girls would have a rough time.
Some of those girls just get dick pics. All shapes, all sorts of colors,
different shades, size.
A rainbow of dicks.
Yeah.
I bet.
I wonder if you can make a... That's your nose. A rainbow of dicks. Oh, I'm surprised that hasn't been done yet.
You know those pictures of like Obama, and it's like it's a bunch of pictures of people like selfies or whatever, with families, and it's like.
And you use that to make your gradient.
But it's all dicks.
Oh my! I bet you can fold off. That's the thing.
Just a sunset picture, and it's like zoom in closer, it's just all dick pics.
Sell it on Etsy.
That's the thing. I sell. Oh, that is hilarious.
I don't want to be the artist making that though. It's like why is your internet history just all
dicks,
red dicks, green dicks,
purple dicks?
How did you find purple dicks on here?
Those are black people that are dark. Purple.
Midnight.
Oh my, that was genius.
It's blue dicks.
Oh, somebody dicks. Oh, that's probably damn near about to fall off.
Gonorrhea.
Yeah.
Tinder would be a rough place for girls if you could just open conversations. Because I know a lot of my friends are just not the best people on Tinder. You're definitely not the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely some apps out there where you can just message them right away.
Yeah.
You just send them. Yeah, I think we talked about this last time. Like, where did the dick pic originate? Like, online especially.
Oh, we did. Yeah, we did. Yeah.
I think it was... Someone had to have just sent a dick pic. Like, they got so desperate and tired that no one was really responding. They sent a dick pic. And then someone responded, and he ended up hooking up with that person. and then told his friends about it.
And then
And
they
it was like,
started doing it.
Guess what happened? I got with this chick, and they're like, no way. And he's like, and they're like, how'd you do it? He's like, I just sent her a dick.
Did this.
Send her my dick.
Oh, that's
Wow.
weird, man. That's
Just to send a random dick pic to somebody. Just
I don't think it's ever worked. I mean, it's worked very few. Maybe the first guy that did it, but past that, I don't think it's been pulled off.
It's like
too.
you're a really original thinker. I like it. I like that about you. You're bold.
It's like artwork. Yeah.
I mean, there's dicks and everything.
Yeah.
There's a joke in there somewhere.
Yeah. Oh man, that's crazy though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Tinder's not. It's not all that great.
No, it's not.
It's just if you're a creep, it's pretty dope.
Just boldly and shamelessly
Yeah.
labeling yourself as a creep there.
But that's funny.
All right, bro. So, I got a question for you. Got a question for both of you.
Lake crossed.
When it comes to selling you something, like who's somebody that you really admire that might be famous or something like that? You think of one person?
That would like try to sell me something?
No, just someone that you admire.
I mean, just from like a multi-talented artist standpoint, like Donald Glover is such a creative dude.
Yeah,
he's one of, and he basically got me back into music. I had stopped listening to hip hop in junior high and high school because it was all garbage. It's like Little John and all sorts of other trash. And then I started listening to Beano, and I was like, oh shit. And then I listened to a lot of other stuff through him. So yeah, definitely someone I definitely.
What do you think of his new album?
I actually haven't listened to it. So here's my thing with Gambino is he's right after camp when he started doing like Because of the Internet, like all Awaken My Love, all this other stuff. It was so different from the stuff he had made before camp because he was like this really happy-go-lucky, super wordy, creative dude and all this other music. And then for me, it was such a drastic shift that I really had a tough time. I mean, he still made really good music because the Internet is really good, and like I like all of his music, but it's tough for me to listen to it because he seems like such a drastically different person than when I started listening to his music. And so it's sort of, I don't know, it makes me kind of sad.
Really?
Yeah.
His new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You're just kind of avoiding it right now.
Yeah, I really need to. So for me, I listen to all of his stuff front to back usually, because that's how I listen to camp, and why it's like camp's probably my. I always have this discussion with my friends when I meet new people. It's like, what's your deserted island album? Oh. If you can take one album with you and you have to live on a deserted island for you don't know how long, could be a day, could be a year, and you can only take one album with you. Mm-hmm. Like, what would it be? Mine would be Camp, because it's a great, complete story from beginning to end. The entire album tells a story of like life, love, loss, all this different stuff. At least to me, it does. That's the way I see it. Mm-hmm. So like, I need to sit down and listen to all of his stuff front to back, which requires a decent length of time. And like right now, I just don't have the time.
Oh, I got you. That's pretty cool, man. That's very unique. I've never heard anything like that before from anybody.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
People? Huh? So was it have to be like music, or it can just be kind of anything?
Anything, yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, from an athlete standpoint, of course, it'd be like LeBron. If I had to choose like somebody for like music, one person I always thought was really good is Wale, and then.
Is he still doing stuff?
I think he does stuff every once in a while.
Wale has a colorful history of making music and then disappointing his fans, and then coming back and saying sorry. And
yeah, but I mean, like his earlier stuff, like the Seinfeld spin-offs or the Seinfeld mixes and all that, and I mean, those are really good. You can't beat those. And then, that's the thing. I mean, he jumps a lot too. Like, he'll be like kind of like his poetic flow, and then he'll kind of go to like, a little tougher Wale, and then go back,
yeah. And
like J. Cole is another one, but I don't know, man.
I agree.
Yeah, what were you getting at? How about you?
Oh, music-wise, shoot, I kind of like you, Ryan, with Gambino. That's how I was with Kanye West when he first started.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
he does everything.
His second album, Late Registration, which I started listening to again recently, that was probably my first album where I was like, this is like a cinematic rap album.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just visually, I could always imagine like what he was saying, and I could put like movie scenes behind it, you know. So seeing him come up, especially when he was competing against 50 Cent, you know, what was it called? His third album, Graduation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then that's when you knew he was a star. Like you knew he was gonna be great. And then after that was 808 and Heartbreaks, which took him on another level.
That's what I didn't like, man.
Like that one just completely took him on a different playing field, like where everyone was listening to him, because it wasn't just about rap; it was about the experience of the music, you know. And then after that, I stopped listening to him because he came out with what was My Dark Twisted
My
Fantasy?
Beautiful Dark Twisted. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually I enjoyed a lot of that album. Yeah.
Maybe it was like a point in my life where I just wasn't listening to rap as much. I feel like I was, but with that album, I just kind of stopped listening to him. And then,
All of the Lights was on that, wasn't it?
yeah, and
Yeah.
Power, I think it was called.
Yeah.
Monster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really like that song.
Yeah. And then what was that afterwards? Yeezus.
Yeezus was a goofy album. I appreciated. See, I always appreciate. A lot of people didn't like a lot of this experimental stuff he does, but I just appreciate the fact that it's different.
Yeah.
Like it's so wildly different from what you usually listen to,
Right.
and that's sort of like why I listen to a lot of stuff. Like when I started, my favorite group is the Flatbush Zombies, and I started listening to them because they had a different sound. They were a trio, which is there aren't a lot of like rap groups, like the ASAP Collective. They all do their own. They do a song together every now and again or a mixtape, but like they are not a group. Whereas, they're a collective, but they don't make a ton of music together. But like Flatbush Zombies is like the revival of the actual group, like a rap group, like Run DMC, where they make all of their music together, and then like they'll release their own singles, but they're all part of the same project.
Yeah.
So, and then Meech just sounds insane. They all have like really different voices.
Yeah.
Like it's not this, the same generic sort of stuff.
Would be good.
Yeah.
We just don't see that anymore. I mean,
I
who do
didn't
we
think
got?
about that.
Who do we have now?
Nobody.
Bad and Bougie. What's that band?
Oh,
Migos.
Oh, Migos. They kind of did. I mean, they don't deserve it maybe as much as Flatbush, but
Hey,
that's one thing that they did bring back is kind of
the group.
the group.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
that's the
on
thing.
On a mainstream.
I honestly
level,
like
but-
that song. It's like it's not that.
No, it's not a
bad
bad song. Yeah, Migos is
lyrically
good, but
maybe not that great,
they're
but
just not talented.
No, I fuck with Migos. Like they're not talented at all. But-
compared to what there is out there.
Yeah, but I don't know. Their sound was original when they started doing it.
Oh, yeah, sure.
It's not now.
Yeah.
But because everyone does
Yeah,
that.
everyone does it.
Yeah. But it was an original sound when they did it,
Yeah.
and then like everyone was just like, oh, we can do that.
Yeah, we get as big as they can. Yeah, that's kind of that's a bummer, but.
And I guess like what are they like Sway Lee and
Oh yeah, Ray. Whatever.
Ray Remember, yeah.
Ray Shremmer, yeah. But yeah, I guess they kind of did it before, but.
like I think there's a distinction between a duo and like
Yeah,
a,
I mean,
a
an actual,
group.
yeah.
Yeah.
More,
Because getting three people to mesh their styles together is
it's
pretty
tough.
pretty tough. And like for Migos, it works because they all have essentially the exact same style.
Yeah.
Like for Flatbush, it's all of them have a very different sounding voice and unique flow and all that stuff. So like making that mesh, like three people rapping in a different way on the same track,
Yeah.
sort of speaks to a different level of creativity
Yeah.
for it to be successul.
Not to jump off topic, but I did listen to that Joe Rogan, Jamie Foxx thing though,
Oh,
where he's
yeah?
talking about them meeting Kanye and like I don't like the fact that he's like, oh, I kind of got Kanye onto his fame early on, and
that's what he said.
oh, he kind of inferred. I mean, he kind of
Oh.
put it off that way. He's like, there was this dude sitting over in the corner, and he was like, no one kind of knew who he was, and all this other stuff, and then he's like, oh, you should jump on the track with me, and that's when they did what was the song?
I know what song you're thinking of. I just can't remember the name of
Oh,
it.
Martin the Vandross. I forgot the name
Right.
of it, but Jamie Foxx made it seem like he kind of brought up Kanye. That's what I like, but that's funny though. His stories
Oh,
are
really?
hilarious.
That's interesting. I thought of it as he was saying that Kanye was the reason he got into music.
Yeah, he's saying he got back into it, but like the way he
But
kind
that
of
was his first song ever.
yeah, but
Is that what he was saying?
it kind of, I think he was saying it's like one of his big songs. He was like, oh, this ain't gonna blow up, whatever. This is not gonna
Right,
blow up.
yeah.
And he's like, oh, and then like, whatever his friend hit him up, he's like, this song is huge, like number one on the list. And he's like, oh shit, but
Right.
he's
Yeah.
like, that's what I kind of didn't like about it, but
Yeah. I thought he had some pretty interesting stories.
he did
funny
though.
As hell, too.
Yeah, he
like,
did.
His impressions.
That's what killed him. He had a good Kanye. Who was it? Was it Floyd? No,
Yeah,
Floyd. He had a good one. Yeah. And then,
He does
he's
John
talented,
Legend like a
man.
pro.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, John Legend. Yeah, he talks about that him on Fallon when they're going through and doing all the impressions. But
John Legend.
yeah, he's talented, man. That's a guy that's been kind of blown up in all aspects of fame. Where it's like music,
That's a multi-talented
yeah,
individual
music,
for sure.
acting, and
If we're really talking about Renaissance man of acting and music, you got to talk about R. Kelly. I just watched for the first time. I watched Trapped in the Closet, like the first 1 through 23, and it's an emotional roller coaster. I was kind of impressed though. Like it was pretty funny and completely outlandish. It was ridiculous.
I remember when those first came out, like, when they're releasing like day by day.
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh, we're like always tuning in, like trying to watch it. And I have to go back and watch it. I haven't seen them, but I remember they were cheesy even back then.
Yeah.
But I'm sure looking back at it now, the effects and probably the story, it's just wild.
I just love how like plain-faced, just absolutely plain-faced. No luxury for subtlety. He'll say the same thing over and over again, like, "Move, no, move, no." I said, "Bitch, move." She moved.
I'll have to go back and watch it.
I trapped in the closet. He's approaching the closet. He's grabbing the handle on the closet, opening up the closet. I'm in the closet.
Yeah, that's funny,
Like, it's hilarious.
That's the thing. No one's done it, man. It was
It's so
who's got
dumb.
you tuned in on music videos. Nobody, man.
Oh yeah, I definitely just sat down and watched all of them nonstop. 1 through 23. Yep.
How long did it take you?
I don't know. I was in a fantasy land. I lost track of time and space.
Yeah.
It was
That's
just
I'm
wild,
gonna check it out now.
solid gold. It's hilarious.
Oh,
It's like-
man.
Twan, her brother.
though. Oh, I can't remember.
That dude's a character for sure.
Twan, who's that?
It's supposed to be like his lady's brother that just got out of jail
Oh, okay.
or prison. I don't know. But it's such a ridiculous premise. Everyone's cheating on everyone. Spoilers.
Yeah. R. Kelly's a weird dude, man. I mean, now that
Yeah,
it's all
he's a weird guy.
brainwashing with females and stuff, but
What? I
yeah.
didn't hear any of this.
Yeah, I guess there's something. I don't know, like all
He's
of
brainwashing or piss washing?
it.
Oh yeah.
Probably both. but I don't know. There's something, or was it one girl? Or was it multiple girls that he had like trapped, or not trapped, but like
Trapped in a closet?
that they were like stuck in some house and they couldn't get out, or they didn't have any communication with their family, or some shit like that. I don't know.
When did this come out?
Wow, yeah, this is I've never heard of this.
Really?
The fuck,
Yeah.
Pete?
Yeah, it was like one girl. Look it up.
That's,
It's like one girl was like, oh, she's like she's like, oh, I couldn't didn't have any communication with my family, or there's like her family thought she was like kidnapped or some shit like that.
Oh.
And
So R.
she was
Kelly-
actually just kicking R. Kelly getting peed on.
What? R. Kelly cult story?
Probably.
That may be it. Yeah.
That probably sounds about right.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so I'm not crazy. That's the thing.
Alright, you're gonna have to read it because
Oh,
your
jeez, that's
questions
what we.
are like Doppler effect. Let me bring it forward. Hopefully it doesn't cut out.
After Jim DeRogatis, whatever his name is, the veteran Chicago rock critic, reported that mouths on a stunning story about R&B singer R. Kelly and the young woman said to be under a psychological and sexual control. It came time to get published. 3 separate media organizations were interested, but got cold feet let me get closer. At the last time, whatever that guy's name is, said each one, after investing months of work, backed away from the story that used names, sources, and documents to describe how women near Atlanta and Chicago were held as if in a cult. According to what parents and others had told police, blah blah, whatever his name is. Declined the name of the news organization. Because appreciation, blah, 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 blah. There's more.
It's getting some really quality stuff.
I know. God, just came out. Wait, hold up, scroll back up. Referring to a snarky and risk-taking website that put out of business last summer after a lawsuit brought up by Terry Bollea, also known as Hulk Hogan. What the fuck? An invasion of privacy. Oh, this is theirs comparing to some shit. Billionaire Peter Thiel.
This is crazy.
But yeah, I don't yeah. Wouldn't surprise me. Dude seems like a psycho, but
Wait, yeah, I mean, obviously.
yeah.
He wrote Trapped in the Closet.
Yeah.
He came up with this ridiculous premise of
Yeah.
everyone's cheating on everyone, and then someone has the package.
Yeah.
And then there's also there's just ridiculous stuff. You have to be kind of crazy to write such an extreme story.
Yeah.
For sure.
And apparently there's evidence to back it up.
How do cults even work?
Crazy people get together and
Crazy people.
buy into whatever their lord or
Their lord.
their version of Jim Jones is. I don't know.
Jim Jones?
Yeah.
Who's Jim Jones?
The guy that got like 400 people to kill themselves.
Oh.
Drank the Kool-Aid.
Oh, that's right. That
Yeah,
comes
it's
up all
like,
the time.
yeah.
So a rapper decided to call himself
I
that?
know, right? Yeah, that's what I was. When I think of Jim Jones, I think of that. But
That's what I think of.
Yeah. Dipset.
Yeah,
Dipset.
they fly.
Well, that's weird.
all
Man.
that.
Well, I mean, getting back to the music thing, man. I put on Rap Caviar today on Spotify.
I don't know.
Turn that shit off after about 5 minutes.
Yeah, they
I
put
was-
together some pretty
Oh,
awful music.
Garbage. Garbage.
Uh,
Every time I've been on Rap Caviar, it's like, oh, I really don't want to listen to anything that you're trying to play. There's one
Yeah.
good song, and then usually everything else is trash.
yeah.
Yeah, Spotify's weird now. Like, they're starting to play videos and stuff. You notice that?
I actually don't use Spotify. No.
Yeah, they're putting videos on it now. Like, either a music video or, like, an introduction to the artist.
Oh, really? Oh, is it like one of the ads or is it?
No, it's just, like, a video that starts to play when you try to play the music.
Oh, yeah. I haven't,
It's super weird.
I haven't had that happen yet. But.
Yeah, I still I get my music like on YouTube like a peasant. To search every song I want to listen to.
Spotify's just nice because I mean, the worst part, it doesn't give you it does give you random songs, kind of introduce you to new music, but
Every once in a while. Yeah.
every once in a while, it's just, so much better than Pandora. Pandora's the same old
Yeah, it's,
3 songs, no matter
yeah.
what you look up.
yeah, it's not that great. The
Yeah.
algorithm isn't that great. So yeah, I had to turn that shit off. But I've just been listening to old stuff recently. Like the new stuff now is just, I don't know. I'm just
Too far out.
getting older and it's just garbage to me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure I would have liked it if I was younger,
Yeah.
you know? Or
Yeah, I feel
whatever,
the
but-
same way. Like I've been listening to a lot of not even hip hop. I've been listening to like Sam Cooke and the Temptations
Yeah.
and like Ray Charles and stuff a lot lately. Just because I'm just looking for something different.
Yeah. No, I agree, man. Like, jazz. Like, I started listening to jazz recently.
Mm-hmm.
Like, crazy funky jazz and shit.
Really?
Yeah, do you ever listen to jazz?
I like jazz, but
It's so weird because it doesn't have a set rhythm. Like, you can never pick up on the rhythm for very long. Like,
Yeah.
it'll be a certain rhythm for probably, like, maybe 15, 20 seconds, and then it changes.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't... It's chaotic, but it sounds good.
Yeah.
You're like, it works.
Yeah.
Like, did you watch the movie Birdman?
I actually haven't seen it. No.
Oh, have you seen it yet? Shit, dude. So do you know much about it then?
I don't know too much about it. No.
So do you know it's all like one take?
Yeah, I am familiar with that.
So the movie's shot like it's all one take. So it starts out and then you
Gotcha.
follow the camera the whole time. So like anytime a scene needs to change, the camera will move. So like it'll follow a person moving downstairs or something like that, right? So that movie uses jazz as its theme, like its score, which threw a lot of people off when it first came out. Like, people didn't like it because of the chaoticness of the jazz music. But thinking back on it, I mean, I really enjoyed it during the time that I was watching it. But thinking back on it, like, why did they use jazz for this movie? And I realized that the movie's structured so well that it seems like it's all one shot. It would get really boring if the music was structured as well. Like, most songs are structured with a certain rhythm throughout for 3 minutes straight. Jazz is not. Like, it's constantly changing all the time. So, like, when someone's walking and the camera's on them the whole time, the music's just boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
just all over the place. And it just fits so well because there's a structuredness to it, and then there's a chaotic nature of the music, and it just works really, really well with that
I need
movie.
to see that.
You gotta see it, man. It's just one of those movies, like, you may not like the story very much, but because I don't really like the story that much, but the performances and the way it's shot is just,
Yeah.
it's just, if you like movies, you gotta see it.
I have such a
really
huge
good.
list of things I'm gonna watch, and then I always end up watching trash like Zombievers instead.
Yeah, I'll see. Have you seen that yet?
Zombie Beavers?
Yeah. Do you have
Oh,
Netflix?
Zombievers
Oh,
is
yeah,
fantastic
Zombievers,
garbage. It is a work of cinematic
You'll
turd,
appreciate it.
but it's so good.
Kind of like The Room?
No,
No,
the room
it's-
is just bad. Zombievers it has some redeeming qualities of its filth.
Oh, really?
It's I'm a huge connoisseur of like really bad horror movies. It's like one of my favorite genres is to watch horror movies that are just terrible. And so Zombievers is just so crappy.
Is it one of those, like, they intend it to be bad?
It's more. It really is more of a It's not really a horror movie. It's really is a comedy. Because like, I think Bill Burr is in the beginning, and then I don't know. They also got it was like Bill Burr and John Mayer. I don't even know how they got those two dudes to be in that movie for any length of time.
Yeah. Seems
Money.
like pretty low budget.
Some money.
Yes,
Oh, yeah. It was just crap though. It was so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out. I'm not usually a fan of those. Like, I don't like to watch them very much because, I don't know. I just like watching good movies.
Yeah.
I
I got you.
No,
It's
it's
just
just-
to make fun of it. It's
Right,
it's
yeah,
not like,
and-
oh, you're gonna like get lost in the story or anything like that.
And I think that would be fun. I've never really done that, so
Yeah.
like
It's
one of these days.
we'll just sit there and just back to back crap.
Well, we're planning on doing a podcast where we watch The Room all the way through.
Oh, that's what I keep
Oh, hi,
forgetting.
Mark.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
we
no,
gotta
it's-
do it, dude. That'll be so much fun.
Was that real with that thing with James Franco and?
They're
are
really-
they actually doing that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh man.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Yeah.
What's the line? What is the line? And he wrote
I did
the
not
movie.
take- I did not. Yeah, he did.
That guy, he
Yeah.
wrote it.
Tommy
Started,
Wiseau or
directed it.
whatever.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's right. That's a talented guy. I mean, that's a guy that can do it all.
So, somebody was saying that
He's a jack off of all trades. Is that what you're saying?
somebody was saying that it would be like the perfect circle of life if that movie ended up winning like Academy Awards. The James
The
Franco.
perfect circle of life. That'd be hilarious.
James Franco won
Probably
an
so.
Oscar, and then the movie won an Oscar
Yeah.
for like
About the
Probably. That'd be
telling the
probably
story of the worst movie ever made.
so. Yeah. That's fun.
what about you ever seen Mono's Hands of Fate? I haven't
Heard
seen
of it.
I haven't seen that, but I've heard that's also on the list for like worst movies of all time.
When did it come out?
I don't know. I was having this discussion with a couple of my rugby buddies the other day because we were just talking about like all the bad movies you have to watch.
Did I spell that right? Mono Hands of Fate or
Monos, I think.
Monos?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure when it came out. But...
66.
And I guess it's just like it's just really poorly made in like
Budget 19,000.
yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like I need to see it just because it's supposed to be so terrible.
This guy has a pretty fucking filthy look to him now.
That's a nice beard.
Yeah.
bro.
That's,
I like that.
Smith, spelled with a Y, in case you ladies want to write me a check later.
yeah. I guess, yeah.
Is that part of the movie?
It's part of Zombievers.
Spelled with a Y.
Yeah, there's this hunter guy basically, who ends up, I don't know, they build him up to be the hero, and then other things happen.
Yeah.
Spoilers. Smith is spelled with a Y. He has the most glorious sound bites.
Have you ever seen the worst death scene in a movie?
Worst death scene? No. I mean,
This one?
Oh yeah, I've seen this one.
You seen this?
no.
You never seen this?
I don't think
I bet you
think I
have.
have.
You'll
Alright.
once you see it, you'll remember it.
No, I've definitely never seen this. I would have remembered that
It's been on
mustache.
a whole lot of
Turn it down. Why did it say click?
I'm not sure what you're talking about. This looks like quality filmmaking.
Oh, we gotta do this now, D.
Yeah. You think they were like serious about this song?
Oh, definitely.
How he restarts every screen.
This isn't a movie, bro.
What movie is this?
I'll have to check. I don't know the name of it. I haven't seen
You
it.
think anybody's died like that in the history of shootouts?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, he shoots with the last one off.
It
Man.
it goes on.
It doesn't stop.
No, just I'll let it finish. He's still not dead.
That's crazy.
Some of the worst shit ever. I'm excited though. I'm excited for The Room.
Oh, it's gonna be hilarious, and you know.
Oh, it's gonna be bad, man. It's gonna be so bad.
That's funny. I still gotta watch Swiss Army Man. That's one thing.
What the hell? You haven't seen it yet?
I know, it's
I
over.
still need to see that too.
God.
You haven't seen it either?
I haven't. I want to though.
I watched the first 10 minutes of Rick and I was dying, man.
It's one of the like one of maybe 3 comedies I've ever watched where it actually made me start crying.
Really?
Yeah, like laughing so hard.
Oh man.
That's the thing is like like when I watch stand-up comedy, usually like I can think stuff is really funny and I don't laugh that much. Just,
Right, yeah.
It's really hard to get me rolling, but like that if you say that now I have to watch it because I don't like audibly laugh out loud that often.
Yeah, I'm the same with you, man. Like when I watch something, I'm like, oh, that was funny, that was
Yeah.
clever, but I won't. I'll just be like, haha. But when
Bro,
when I watched Swiss Army Man for the first time, I was like in tears, and Brooke was looking at me like she was laughing too, but she was like, "Why are you laughing so hard?" I'm like, it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's just
So
like
beautiful.
it's a beautiful piece of comedy, dude.
Oh man.
Ugh.
Nah, I see
Yeah,
it all,
I'll have
so.
to. I'll have to give it a watch.
What app is that on, or what?
Huh?
What was that through? That movie?
Amazon.
Amazon. Oh,
Yeah.
Ooh, I have Amazon.
You have Amazon Prime?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Dude,
we
Swiss
can
Army
sit
Man's
down and
on.
watch that.
That shit is fucking hilarious, man. That first time I had me dying, bro. Just because they had fucking whatever his name, was it Daniel Radcliffe or whatever his name
Oh,
was?
yeah. Harry Potter.
He's part of it, but he just plays the silliest role.
Does he play the Swiss Army Man? Is that Dan
Uh-huh.
Radcliffe or is the other guy?
Yeah, it's Daniel Radcliffe.
Radcliffe, yeah.
It's so good. It's so funny. I love that movie. It came out in 2015 or 16, I believe.
Yeah.
And out of all the movies that year that came out, and there was some really good movies, that one was my favorite. Yeah. It's not only funny, but it's a really good story.
Yeah.
Yeah. It hits you right in the feels. It's really good.
Especially the comedy feels.
Well, it's one of those movies that it's not just funny, but it's
Yeah.
like it has a whole lot of meaning behind it, and you'll really appreciate it, man. I think.
So like Meet the Fockers.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm kidding.
No, definitely not. I do like that movie, however.
I got a question
Most
for
people
you,
don't.
though. Most underrated comedy film. Or was it? What was that? It was
Most underrated comedy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause you said Nacho Libre.
I said Nacho Libre was the most underrated comedy ever.
Ooh, that's. I hate questions like this because I've seen so much stuff.
Uh-huh.
Most underrated comedy. I'd have to get back to you on that one, to be honest, because
What's the first one that pops to your head?
like that's the thing for me with questions like this, almost nothing ever comes to mind immediately, and then like later in the day I'm like, oh, there's that.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But shoot, most underrated comedy.
Nacho Libre for sure.
Yeah, I forgot
Not
what
for
I said
you,
last
huh?
time. No.
You didn't like it that much?
It was good. It's funnier than I remembered, but
It's just super quotable.
Dude.
And it's just a good story too.
yeah.
Like the way it's written.
That's why I felt like it's a different level. But like Funny People was one that I think is kind of
Oh
underrated.
right,
With,
yeah,
Adam
yeah.
Sandler and Seth Rogen.
I
Do
never
you have
saw
that one?
What was that?
Do you have that? Because
No, I
I
don't
need
think
to
so.
see it.
Nah, it's good. I mean, the story's good. And,
Yeah, I've never seen that.
Because when it first came out, people told me it wasn't funny.
yeah. At first I was like, oh, that's not like great, but I forgot when I watched it, but it was just I was dying, man. I don't know why it's.
Well, it's
the
it's
jokes in
funny.
it's just so funny. It's just,
Like your sense of humor changes as you get older.
Yeah.
You know, like I remember things were way funnier back when I was younger.
yeah.
And just things like change. Like Hot Fuzz, I didn't like that movie when I first saw it.
Mm.
But now I freaking it's one of my favorite movies ever.
Yeah, that might be
Hot
another
Fuzz
underrated.
is hilarious.
It's so good.
Yeah, I was the same with it. I was like, I didn't really fully appreciate the brand of comedy that is that Simon Pegg, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean Edgar Wright? The guy who does those movies is Edgar Wright.
Yeah, like I didn't fully appreciate like that brand of comedy
Yeah.
when I was a kid. Just,
What do you think now?
hilarious.
Hilarious,
Like first
you
time I
like
saw Shaun of the Dead, I did not like it at all. Like,
Oh yeah.
super funny, and Hot Fuzz is just a riot.
I have to go back and watch Hot Fuzz.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
It's on Netflix.
I mean, I've seen it a billion times, but
So good. So good. Yeah, Edgar Wright just did Baby Driver.
oh, how was
That
that?
looks super
It's really
cool.
good, man.
Was it?
Yeah. Awesome. If you like music, you like this movie. Because the movie's made with the music. Like, every beat.
Mhm.
Like, camera angles shifts, like, the way the characters move and how the action plays out. It's all to the music.
Ooh, most underrated comedy. Schindler's List.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know.
That just happened. I'm joking. That's funny.
It's one of those
Dark.
you're not supposed to laugh at, but it's
Yeah.
funny. Goodbye, Jews!
Jesus.
Goodbye, Jews! You know Louis C.K.'s bit about that, right? Where he's like, I know how movies are made. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
Oh, what?
I've seen a lot of Louis C.K. Yeah, he's hilarious.
Where he's like, Steven Spielberg heard about that, and he's like, oh, we got to put that in a movie. And then casting the little girl to do that. I'll just have to send you a link, man.
Yeah,
He's so
you'll
good.
send me a link.
I won't
That's
do it
funny.
any justice. He's so good. But anyway, man, let's wrap this thing up. We've been at it for almost 2 hours now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Flies by.
it does. So thank you for coming in, man. We'll have you on again because I'm gonna have a new setup with the mics and everything. We'll get some more mics and we won't have to share this one.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's gonna sound echoey because we
The
were like,
outro's gonna sound stuff that I can pick up.
yeah, it was fun though.
Oh, it was a great time.